Anyway, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about why being an animal is better than being a human. Or the question really is it better to be an animal than to be a human? And again, when you really think about it, humans are animals, if you get my drift. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on into that topic. And thank you for the request. So, yeah, animals versus humans. Let's first go with humans. Humans' lives. This is what humans do in their life. They're born. People already know where I'm going to go with this. It's just common sense. We're born. We wear diapers. We cry. We want our bottle. We want our binky or whatever the hell that thing is. And then we start getting prepped into preschool, the word school. Then, that's how it all goes. School. Elementary school, middle school, high school, scam college school, where you start to actually now have to actually pay for school, which is all a scam. And then get a job, pay your bills, make that money, make whatever you can to put it on bills. You got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, you got to pay for everything. A human being's life is pure fees. And then you may get the chance to retire, or who knows if you do or don't, whatever the scenario is, you die, and that's pretty much the end of a human's era. Now, let's get on into the animals. Now, there's all type of animals. Animals got it rough too. The only thing they're lucky with, they don't have to pay bills. But animals got it rough too. Unless you're a dog or a cat and you live with a good owner. But that's the thing. That's not always the case. Some dogs are neglected, abused, beaten for no apparent reason because people are just assholes. They're the real animals, if you get what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, where humans are really the animals more than the actual animals. But if you're, let's say, a cat or a dog, and you got a lovely owner that takes care of you, sheeps his life or her life, you got it made. You don't got to worry about bills. You don't got to worry about, pretty much anything. You got your owner to take care of you. You just got to do what he tells you to do. Pee-pee on the tray. Come on, let's go for a walk. All right. Just minor little things like that you got to do, and you got a decent life. You got a roof over your head. I'm sure they'll buy you a nice little dog bed or a cat bed if you're a cat, whatever, litter box, I don't know. But, litter box is where they, do their business. But, that's pretty much all there is there. They have it made. But that's not always the case because animals, get abused. And then we got stray animals that live in the wild, It sucks, in my opinion. I say to myself, like, when I go outside, sometimes it's cold and crap. I say to myself, man, how do these birds or how do these stray cats or any living animal that's roaming the streets, how do they do it? How do they survive? A lot of people say they're just fit out for it. And maybe that is, like polar bears, for example. They love the cold. You must say to yourself, man, how do they handle that? Well, maybe they say to themselves, how do these people like to be so warm and in heated environments? Who knows, but animals got it rough too because, like I said, they got to watch for other predators. They could be a hawk that can grab a cat or a mouse, or a cat could get the mouse and a hawk can get the cat, and so on. It's like a food chain. I seen a few years ago where there was a turkey vulture, if I'm not mistaken. It looked like some kind of turkey vulture. Just randomly grabbed the squirrel, ripped him up, and all that was left of him was his tail. Just a little piece of his tail. Everything was gone. So it's like, how I look at it as, every living thing, unfortunately, experiences suffering to some degree. But there are some animals that got it made. And like I just said, if they were good owners and shit, But It's not always the case. You know the saying where they say, there's always somebody out there that has it worse than you. Well, same thing with an animal. There's always an animal out there that has it worse than another animal. This animal's well taken care of. He's healthy. He eats proper, the owner takes good care of him with his diet and shit like that. And you got other owners that let their animals starve. They abuse, or some get neglected, abandoned, you name it. Yeah, that breaks my heart, man. How we could just hurt an innocent dog or a cat, it's just, I don't know how people do things like that. It's sad because they're so innocent, they're just so damn innocent, and they have so much love for us, more love than a human could have. Humans just show no sympathy. There's no, I don't want to say there's no such thing as love, but it's very rare. Sometimes you may think the person loves you when meanwhile, maybe that person only loves you for what you have instead of who you are. I'm not saying that's always the scenario, but a lot of times that is the scenario. An animal doesn't care what you have. An animal doesn't care what you look like. He just loves you. And he just wants to be loved back. And the messed up thing is animals that are abused, like by their owners, yet they still love their owners. After all the abuse and torment that they do to them, yet they still want to lick the owner. That's the crazy thing of it all. That's just to show you how much love and care a dog has for you. And the humans just, damn, like, what a piece of shit, I understand a lot of times maybe dogs, with especially little dogs, they're annoying. I had a dog that, like a little, I think it was a Havanese or something, and it was too wild where I had to return him back. I think it was a female, if I'm not mistaken. Her back, I should say. But the thing is, some people have animals and they can't take the pressure, so now they probably lose their temper, and sometimes they maybe kick the dog, push the dog, or beat the dog because they're just so overworked, overwhelmed that they get frustrated and they take it out on the animal. And that's messed up. I understand to some degree, but if that's the case, you shouldn't have a dog. If you can't have the patience, if you can't have the time to try and train the dog the right way, then you shouldn't have a dog. You shouldn't have a pet. That's the thing. People don't use their minds. They don't think about the whole picture. Every dog or cat or whatever could be different. Some dogs could be already chill. Some dogs may be wild. A lot of dogs are wild. A lot of dogs may not be. It all depends. But the dog I had previously was a lot better. But he passed away. But, yeah, that's the thing. People just don't think. If you can't take care of an animal, send it, bring it back. Don't just leave it in the streets like, all right, boy, here you go. See ya, bye. It's messed up. But in all, this all comes down to, would I rather be a dog or a human? I'd rather be a dog, but I hope with a good owner. That way, yeah, I could just lick myself. I could lick my butt. I could lick my, I don't want to go, too much into detail, but you already know what I mean. And, just eat, shit, urinate, and just sleep and have the life and have the owner pay the bills. Yeah, I'd rather have that life. That's one thing an animal's lucky with, if they have that proper, care. Not all the time it goes that way. It just truly sucks being a human being because all we do is work. All we do is worry how we're going to survive, how we're going to, we're just dumped into a mess that we didn't ask for. That's something I always love to bring up because it's just true. It's like I always say to myself every day, why are we here? Why do we got to deal with all this headache, all this hassle to just one day no longer be here anymore? I say to myself, why can't that happen now? Don't be dark, man. Life is great, man. It's ups and downs. Yeah, it's like a roller coaster. Only thing, I don't enjoy this roller coaster. And I love roller coasters. I do. I love roller coasters. And speaking of roller coasters, I don't know if anyone's familiar with King Dakar. Supposedly I heard that ride's getting shut down. That kind of upsets me. Not sure what the deal is. I heard that it's a lot of money to maintain. I hear something like it's like $1 million something every year just to keep it running. Crazy. But thank God I have conquered it multiple times, but I feel bad for the people that never did. But anyway, what I'm basically saying is, now that's a roller coaster I like. Life's roller coaster itself, I don't enjoy. It's not a fun roller coaster. It's a horrible roller coaster. It's a tormenting roller coaster because you start to see light at the end of the tunnel to just fall back down in the tunnel, pure darkness. Then you lift back up, then you fall back down. And that's all life basically offers. You know, when they say it gets better, you know, like you're in a bad state, let's say, it gets better. Sometimes it does, but then it gets bad again. Sometimes it gets good and bad and good and bad. And the thing I say is, I want it to get good and stay good. I don't want it to get good to just get bad again. What's the point? All right, it's good now, and then just knowing it's going to get bad again, it's like, what the hell? But then there's also times where it doesn't get good for some people. Sometimes it's just constantly bad, permanently bad. But either way, that's where life is ups and downs, ups and downs. And when it's down, it just feels so friggin' bad. It feels like it's just a never-ending battle, like a never-ending battle that just lasts forever and ever and ever. Even though we know life's not forever, it just feels like it's forever. And this is why some people just say, oh, I had enough, man. I just can't take it anymore. And it just, shit goes crazy, you know? So yeah, it's definitely not a fun roller coaster life. It's a horrible roller coaster. I just say to myself, I don't know how people just do this for so long without just snapping, you know? Some people do snap, but I'm shocked that it just hasn't gotten to the point where it snapped tremendously more. You know, it's like we just live in a lie. That's all we do. We live in a world full of lies. We're all lied to. You know, you can't believe anything you hear. Me, I'm agnostic with everything. I don't know what to believe or not believe, so I just keep it neutral as best as possible. But I know we're living in lies when they say life is great, life's a gift. You already know those are all a bunch of friggin' lies. Or it gets better where, you know, it may get better, but then shit's going to go downhill again. That's what always happens. 9 out of 10 of times, that's what always happens. It's just, I hate being around people that, I mean, we all want to be around positive people, chill people, mellow people. But with that being said, you want to be around people that understand what you're feeling. Some people just don't understand what you're feeling, and they just talk different type of things where you don't even want to hear it. Like, oh, don't be this, oh, don't, you know. And I understand they're trying to help, but the thing is, they're really not, you know. See, me, I admit for what it is, and that's what's, you know, makes people feel less alone. I just be honest and say, life itself, unfortunately, sucks. But with me saying that, I'm not just saying let's give up, let's, you know, self-delete or anything like that. Even though I can understand why you want to, because of just how unbearable it is, but I just try to hang in there like I'm doing. What's the reason for it? Now, I'll be straightly honest, I can't answer that, you know. That's the thing. Some people try to make up a lie of a reason just to keep someone here. See, me, I'm going to be straight out and say there's really no reason to keep going, but just keep going for the sake of it, you know. That's basically all I can say. People will be like, don't do this, man. It'll get better in the future. And maybe it will, like I keep saying, maybe it will. But that's the thing. Whether it does or doesn't, let's say it does, it's probably just going to get bad again, or it may not even get better to begin with. But who knows? It just, there's so many ways it could end out. But truth is, I can't just lie and say, it gets better, people, just stay here. You know, I beg people to stay here. I don't want people to go that route, but I can understand why, you know. If people, like, you get people to be like, give me one goddamn good explanational reason why I should stay. I can't answer that, because really, this place sucks. It does. Even the light agrees. Meant to say explanation. I don't know. Certain words, man, I just can't say correctly. I don't know what it is. I talk so fast sometimes it's like just hard to say, but that's what I was trying to say. Explanation. Like, give me one good explanation, if that's even a word, explanation. I don't know if that's a word. But, you know, give me one good, let's just put it to this. Give me one good, valid reason why I shouldn't, you know. Truth is, I can't answer that. I can't, because I don't see what's so good to live. But with that being said, I'm not trying to say let's, even though people want to, I don't recommend it, but I can't give you a good valid reason why you shouldn't do it either. You know what I mean? But please don't do it. But why, Justin? I can't answer that, but just don't do it, man. That's all I can say. It's the truth. You know, a lot of people say because you upset your parents, which, yeah, that's true. A lot of people be like, well, my parents don't care about me, or who cares? They brought me into this house. You know, you get a whole lot of people that say all that, and it's all true. But I just hope everyone here can try and hang on. And I have faith that you can hold on. And there is one good reason why you should hold on, is because I'm holding on. I'm still here, at least as of right now. Can't promise what tomorrow will bring, but as of right now, I am still here, and I hope everyone else can hold on too, you know? But, anyway, guys, I am gonna probably call it a day there. Sorry I haven't uploaded for a while, man. Just been really busy. But like I said, I won't, I'm not quitting or anything. And of course, if I were to, I would let you people know. Wouldn't just cold turkey stop and just abandon you people, But yeah, definitely not quitting, at least not at this very moment, But anyway, yeah, that's about it for now, guys. Love you all. Peace out. And hope everyone's hanging in there as best as possible, like I always say at the end of every video, because I truly mean it. Peace out. Love you. Take it easy. And get spayed and neutered if necessary. Or just be smart and just say no kids, But if if it's an addiction where you just gotta have kids, try to prevent that. A little joke. But all kidding aside.
Attention. We are now